Hello and welcome to the third episode of my draft analysis. This episode is going to be about my own team, 49ers. Now, I think they did a good job in drafting. I think they got the best prospect for the best position. Trey Lance is exceptionally athletic. He has a great arm. He's the modern archetype for a quarterback. However, I see Trey Lance going down one of three ways, and this is what worries me. Though some Niners fans may want Lance out there now, it's a bad idea because we've seen how quarterbacks with his similar archetype have floundered, having been just shoved out there, right? And yeah, he'll have a great core surrounding him, a solid O-line, a great, not great, but a good receiver core, and a top 10 defense, But that doesn't matter. If you don't have enough NFL experience, you're not going to do well. We've seen this over and over and over again, and I think that they should hold Trey Lance back. I think that Jimmy G is a fine replacement level quarterback for now, and I think that he can teach Trey Lance how to be, a good, a good consistent ball player. And I think he can teach Trey Lance how to be on the NFL level, and I think that's what matters. However, we're talking about this season. The Niners have a returning defensive core, a non-injured main team front, and a really interesting couple of days coming up. Now, I think the Niners are probably going to be mediocre this season. Not because, I have low expectations, just simply because of the teams that are around him. I don't think that Jimmy G's good enough, and I don't think that Lance is at the level yet, or developed enough yet, to where we can definitively say that either of them are ready to go out and face Russell Wilson, Matt Stafford. I mean, Stafford's going to be terrifying. Jesus Christ. Kyler Murray, right? The Arizona Cardinals offense is going to be insane. The Seattle Seahawks, I think, are the most complete team, and I hate saying that, but they are the most complete team in the NFC West. And then the Rams the Rams might do all right, they might do bad. We'll see how they do. We'll see if Jared Goff was the problem, or if it was Sean McVay, or if it was some weird combination of both, or just not Todd Gurley, right? But anyway, the level of competition around the 49ers, the level of competition that they have to play, is far too great for a team that, though they have a great young core, does not have a good enough quarterback to face, right? Like, we lost a lot of key pieces in the offseason, and I don't think that Jimmy G's going to have some great season this year, However, in 2 to 3 years, again, this team's future looks up, much like Jacksonville's and New York's. This team's future is, I think, the highest, especially if we let Trey Lance sit and develop, right? There'll be a couple years where it's a little rough, but then if we're able to keep that young core around, if we're able to keep, most of the young defense and most of the young offense around, like Ayuk is going to be huge, is going to be a huge asset for Trey Lance, and if we can, improve on our defense and get it better even, the Niners will be a dominant force, I think, with a fully developed and ready Trey Lance. And again, if the Niners send him out, I think that the Niners know what they're doing. I think that they have a really good front office, and, I think that Kyle Shanahan, say what you will about him choking on all those stereotypes, I think that he's a good head coach. I think that he knows what he's doing out there, and I think that he can see when a quarterback's going to really struggle in the NFL, even if he's, doing better than Jimmy G in spring training. So anyway, I got high hopes for this season, but this season could also be pretty rough. And again, I'm a Niners fan, and I'm saying this season could be pretty rough. I hope it's not, but, we also don't have Robert Saleh. That's a big piece right there. That's what I want to talk about next. Robert Saleh, huge core part, obviously, went to the Jets. It was disappointing, but, he deserved it. He was tremendous. And, we do have that linebacker coach stepping up at defensive coordinator now, and we saw what he did with the linebacker core. We saw how he took, players that probably would have been mediocre on any other team and made them great. So I am excited to see how he can turn this defense around, or not turn around, more improve on it, or at least keep it at the same level that it was, hopefully. But, obviously it's not going to be the same without Salah there, right? So that's my biggest fear, is that the defense is just going to be worse than it was last year, right? Or not worse than it was last year, because last year it was pretty abysmal. But it's going to be worse than it was 2 years ago, and our offense is going to be mediocre. That's my fear. I think that is the floor, and I think that the ceiling, well, of course, the floor is everyone gets injured like last year, and then it all falls apart. But I think the ceiling is quite high. I think the ceiling is, maybe divisional round in the playoffs. I don't think the Niners are going to win a Super Bowl this year, though, because I don't think Jimmy G is good enough, personally, and I don't think Trey Lance is developed enough, though I do think he is one of the most exciting prospects in the draft. Anyway, thank you for watching. This is another one of my videos. More should be coming out soon. So yeah, see ya.